involved for a long time with the fire department and so forth. Outside of the mayor, which I'm going to ask him this question in a second, where do you want to see East Chicago in, say, 3 to 5 years? You, Val Gomez.
I want to see a return to when I lived in East Chicago, where we had, single family homes. We had neighborhoods where the people knew each other. I think one path we've been going for a long time, we've been getting more into rental units. I think our city right now is about close. Some estimates are from 65 to 70% rental. I want to see that stopped. I want to see us doing more things for the homeowner and for the people that live there. I think there's been a lot of projects which are helping new people coming in, and the people that live in the city are being left out. I want to see more programs where we renew the neighborhoods. I don't know if we do it through grants. We get people to fix up their homes. We get people to stay in their homes. We get people not to sell their homes. Maybe pass it on to their families, and they could become a single family home again. We have too many these single family homes that are excuse me, they are being turned into apartments. You have an apartment in the basement, the first floor, the second floor. I think we have to get our city back to what it was in the past, where it was a city of neighborhoods.
You're talking to Val Gomez, Administrative Assistant to Anthony Copeland, the mayor. Mayor, let me ask you that question. Now, I know that you are taking the rest of the term here, and it's only 13 months, but let's just ask that question. What do East Chicago, where it is now, and where could it be in, say, 3 to 5 years? Saying that you were in charge or somebody else, where would you want to see East Chicago in 3 to 5 years?
That's a daunting question. It's hard to project out when you're looking at so many immediate problems in front of you. But I have to echo his statement that permanency is what makes a city great. We have been a city that's in a transient state. I think a transient state means it's hard to police, it's hard to educate, it's hard to keep healthy, it's hard for neighbors to know neighbors. And one of the first issues I began to tackle was about putting an initiative in about single family housing, and that's what he's alluding to. In the North Harbor project, that's a project that's going on now. I have met 4 times with the builder and the developer, and I've told them that we must now slow down our so-called heated rush for rental housing, and we must now move toward single-family housing. And the reason for it is a sense of permanency. When I just basically believe that when a person has an investment within the walls of the city of East Chicago, they will find that confine as being home. They will say, "This is my house." They will tell their children, "Go in the yard, go play in their yard." You see, it's something about owning a piece of something. It's an investment into the future. I think when you do that, you start questioning how your tax dollars is being spent. You ask for accountability on where they're going, and that's ground zero for me. Revitalizing, like you said, a sense of community. That's where growth comes from.
We're talking to Anthony Copeland, the mayor of East Chicago. If you want to talk to him right now, you better do it right now. It's 219-845-1100. Mayor, we have some announcements before we move on. You have some stuff going on in the city of East Chicago.
Well, keeping up with what we've been doing for the last 2 weeks, we've been having town hall meetings. The next town hall meeting will be Tuesday, November the 30th. It'll be at the Penn Center. These meetings have been well attended, and you ask me why do you seem humbled? If anyone had attended the last 2 meetings, they'll see why. We've had people come out in abundance. They have been giving us ideas, and a lot of them I've been taking into consideration, and we'll be implementing them.
Penn Center tomorrow, what time again?
5 to 7. It says 5 to 6, but the meeting's been going 5 to 7.
All right, so 5 p.m. tomorrow at Penn Center. Is there an address on Penn Center in there?
No.
No, okay. Penn Center is, I'm drawing a blank.
I would say the 35th block of Pennsylvania Avenue.
35th of Pennsylvania, 3500 Pennsylvania, all right. And that is tomorrow. Now, is that just for East Chicago residents, or
No.
Anyone
It's a
could-
public
It's
meeting.
open to everybody.
anybody wants to come in and you're there?
Yes, sir.
And Val and any of the other
The department heads are there.
department heads, along with the mayor and the transition team.
Right.
Carla come? Does she come?
Yes, Carla comes through.
Carla, is it Morgan?
Morgan.
Yeah. Now, what is her role?
She's the city attorney.
She's the city attorney, and Carla was very instrumental in making sure that you got on the first time.
Yeah.
And we were calling her at home and late at night, and she didn't even care.
Mm.
Typically, we'll get the cold shoulder on that, but she was very open to, hey, you want the mayor on JOB, we'll get her on. So
And also, she was part of the transition team. We had people told me I should have came in with a standing army for a transition team. We came in with 3. It was Mr. Val Gomez, Carla Morgan, and myself. And I think that was one of the wisest things I've done to date, because it showed people that we weren't coming in like a posse coming out to clear everything. We just came in. It was just like midget, like real tiny, and it helped.
all right, let's go to the phone lines. 219-845-1100. Hey, you're on with Mayor Copeland.
Hi, Mayor. I wanted to know, are you going to be involved with any of the police department area? I just want to say something about a couple of the police officers. You give them a description of the car and the people who have just finished shooting at another car, and you go and even though you make out a police report, and they tell you, well, it'll be ready 4 or 5 days later, and you forget to take the police officer's name and car, and when you go get the paper, it's not there. So I was wondering, are you going to start cleaning up, or are you involved in cleaning up the police department of East Chicago? And I'll hang up and listen.
Mayor Copeland.
Thank you, Carla. Carla, I would tell you that when you were talking, I wrote down, I put EC Finest. We have a lot of fine officers. I've had 4, maybe 5 meetings now with the chief of police. We're setting the direction. I told the chief of police, just like I told every department head, if there's nothing else you can do for the citizens, you can be civil. Courtesy goes a long way. Respect goes a long way. Fairness goes a long way. And this is something that I'm meeting with the police chief on. If you would call me at 391-8200 and call and give me further details that maybe we can't share across these airwaves, I will guarantee you I will get to the bottom of it.
There you go.
Recently, the chief and myself, we've sat down about putting more men on the street. Recently, we've added 4 additional police officers to the streets. When this is said and done, I would say we'll probably have anywhere from 8 to 12 more on the street. What we simply found is that it's time to take them from being inward, meaning inside the office, to outward on the streets where they can do the most common good. Yes, so the answer to your question is yes. I'm looking into these things as we speak, but I would be remiss if you did not call 391-8200 and personally share your story with me.
All right, hold a second. I want to back you up. You put 4 new officers on the street
Yes.
since you came in?
Yes, sir.
4 weeks ago?
Yes.
Where'd you get these from?
From the school system.
From the school system.
Yes. Historically, well, let me put it, the last 3.5 years we've had 4 officers at Central High School. This was at the cost of the citizens. I would say roughly, just off the top of my head, it probably was costing us $320,000 to have the 4 officers there. Well, the school system has its own security budget that they can put within its budget. So I simply sat with the chief. We caused the 4 officers to come back. It did not leave the school any less secure, because now they can hire security police, or they can also hire East Chicago police after they get off, and they can work overtime there. But there was no reason for us to pay for 4 officers who should be patrolling the streets and house them in the school system. So
Mayor Anthony Copeland in the house. 219-845-1100. Got time for one more. Hey, you're on the air.
Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, sir.
It's good to hear somebody that has the intestinal fortitude from EC to come on the air. This is Brian from Lake Dale.
How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing great, Mayor. And like I say, it's just a marvelous change from what it has been in the past over the airways. Jed has tried for years to get the mayor on from East Chicago, and it's been with no luck. But congratulations.
Thank you.
And I hope you can do something about the school system. I've heard it getting pretty bad.
Yes, sir. And you can couple the library with it. Silver City, the library, the school system. You know, it just seems like everything is falling down. But sometime when you hit rock bottom, the only place to go is up. And I would just tell you that now that we're asking for accountability across all of the entities, I think you will see a difference in the city of East Chicago. Now you can turn on Channel 21 and you can see all of the board meetings being showed. So sometimes the things people do in darkness, they're afraid to do in light. And I will simply tell you that maybe with a little light shown on all of the boards, the library, the school, on all of the boards on the Silver City side, then maybe the people in the comfort of their own home can see how the government is being operated.
Man, good to hear you. Have a great day.
Mayor Anthony Copeland in the house with Val Gomez. Mayor, I know you got a couple other announcements of some stuff going on, and if we forget those, then we are remiss. So let's go.
We have the celebration of lights at Washington Park. The lighting ceremony will begin at 5 o'clock, followed by a visit with Santa Claus. And that would be a greeting at the greenhouse. That's located at 1615 East 142nd Street. The date on that is Friday, December the 10th, 2010.
And what time is that again, the lighting ceremony?
5 p.m.
5 p.m. That's basically behind St. Catherine's? Is that what you're talking about?
Inside the park.
Inside the park.
Off of Parish Avenue.
Yeah, off of Parish. And that's near the greenhouse there. And that's at 5 o'clock on Friday, December 10th.
Yes.
And we have anything else? Isn't Santa coming or something?
Well, Santa will be there. And,
Santa
and
will
also
be at
photos will be taken with the children.
Yeah, Santa will be at the lighting ceremony at 5 p.m. on Friday, December 10th. And then you got something for seniors, don't you?
Yes, we have the seniors Winter Wonderland Ball. This will be happening December the 11th at Roxana Community Center, 900 Shell Street. Doors will open at 5 p.m.
Okay, right.
And a picture ID is required, and minimum age is 55 years.
Minimum age 55.
55 years young.
You've made the migration from fireman to mayor very quickly there. So the minimum age is 55 at Roxana Community Center for those who, well, anyways, it's right over the 9-span bridge. You look over to your left and you can almost see it from the boulevard there. So you have that. You have Santa's Winter Wonder lighting ceremony. And then, of course, the town hall meeting is tomorrow night at Penn Center, and that is at 5 p.m.
Yes.
Well, how do you like being on the air?
Little nervous. My voice was cracking a little bit. I'm always raspy in the morning. Raspy, not grumpy. I would tell you that it's a new experience. It's another medium that allows you to reach out to the people. I just simply tell people, if you fear the people, it's impossible to serve them. And I do not fear the people of East Chicago.
Well, why don't we end on that? I think that's a solid ending. First time we've had Mayor Anthony Copeland in the house. Now, the City of East Chicago show is twice a month, and we're going to try to get you on one of those a month.
Once a month.
So I think that answers the question of one of the guys. Is I'd like to hear you on there, and so we'll be doing this once a month. Anything else you want to tell the people of East Chicago or the region?
Be patient. Give us time. Time heal all wounds. And over time, I think they would see the city of East Chicago rise. Just take a little time.
There you go. Mayor Anthony Copeland, along with Val Gomez of the transition team for the new mayor.